Hey, no shade detected. Basically, AA is problematic because of hierarchy. It is a structure based on hierarchy. And it was actually designed in order to uphold the principles of white supremacy. It was started by a white supremacist. It is based on the principles of austerity and indefinite delayed gratification, paired with the hierarchy philosophy, so there's always someone higher than someone else. There's always going to be a power dynamic. Someone's always better than someone else. And so in a lot of churches, the hierarchy is God's the powerful one and I'm so low, but also I'm better than these people. But in AA, there's actually you're just basically the worst piece of shit on the planet. You are literally worse than everybody. And so while it does provide a structure and a framework that allows for people to find something else to do with their time besides drink, which is really what it's doing. It's a community that they're trying to have people use to replace the drinking. That's what you're doing. When they say in AA, you can't eat to replace the drinking, you're just literally replacing it with these meetings. And that's fine. Meetings are fine, community is fine, but when the meetings have as baked into its tradition things about how you are ultimately a flawed person and there's nothing that you can do to make that better except surrender to somebody higher or to something higher, and to live according to their rules for you. And what are their rules for you? To never feel good again until you're unalived. The only times you're allowed to feel good are basically in AA and stuff like that. If you get your reward chemicals from something that they deem as unworthy, then it's a problem, right? So, but you are allowed to get reward chemicals from the coffee that they feed you or the smokes that you enjoy. I mean, like when I quit drinking, I started smoking. So, at AA, and that's okay if you understand that that's what those things are replacing or intending. They're just, everyone has a bunch of coping mechanisms, and sometimes people do it from alcohol, and then sometimes they go to meetings that tell them that they are the problem. When really it's just that their trauma is the problem. It's the fact that they aren't able to get reward chemicals from other more appropriate avenues, but it's because they're not getting reward chemicals from the more appropriate avenues. Like, what do you do when you stop getting joy from eating? Like, how are you supposed to replace that the ceremony of enjoying your food? like like after a while, when you're not enjoying the simple basic things, you have to add something else onto it. And if you don't know the right mechanism for how to replace that or why, um, and if you are hating yourself, it might, it's so easy to sink into these despairs, and really the thing that's keeping people addicted and unhappy and unable to enjoy their food is the systems of oppression, right? So that's what everyone's going to therapy about. That's what everyone's going to AA about, is I can't stop doing this thing because I can't be happy in the ways that I should be able to be because of the systems of oppression ultimately. So that it's so anyway, but AA, unfortunately, because I know that, like, I went there and I know so many great people that go there, but it's a flawed system because it tells people that they're broken, but it tells you that healing only exists in surrender and submission and adherence to arbitrary rules, with a lot of gatekeeping and a lot of side eye in order to keep people in line. You're telling people, if you were to go off on your own with your own stuff, you would surely do all these terrible things. Well, you're not. If you're telling people that they can't trust themselves inherently, and that their only trust that they can put in something is within the confines of what the group says is okay, that is a cult. And AA, just like all of the other systems of oppression, is a cult, and it uses these psychological mechanisms to keep itself going, and it's the only way that it's able to do it. And it sucks because we want to like it. It's free. It's all the time. You can access it anywhere, any place. Like anytime you need to, you can go to a meeting. I understand the value in that, and I'm not saying that that's not value. I am saying that there ought to be a secular type of recovery program that actually has good statistics that is available to people for free and at all times. But of course that's not going to happen because the systems of oppression can't have people actually healing. It requires them to keep being able to afford more and more expensive bandages sold at bigger and bigger prices. Anyway, there you go. Thank you, Carly. I hope this was informative.